In this lecture, we will discuss continuous charge distribution. It is well known that electric charge is found in multiples of basic charge, that of the electron. From the quantization law, we know that any charge object can be an integral multiple of electronic charge Q equal to Ne. So a charge object can be multiple of the electronic charge. E is very small. Charge of electronic is 1.6019 into 10 to the minus 19 coulomb. At the microscopic level, charge distribution is discontinuous. Discontinuous means the charges are discrete, separate. The charges are discrete, they are separated. But in macroscopic physics, discreteness of the charges causes no difficulties because E is very small. The smallness of the basic unit means that macroscopic charges are composed of a large number of electronic charges, large number of electronic charges. Electric charge can be regarded as continuously distributed in a body, continuously distributed over a body. Here you choose a charge element which contains a large number of electrons. Charge may be distributed over the body in three cases. First, in a line. Second, on a surface. Third, over a volume. So we say that charge distribution are linear charge distribution, surface charge distribution and volume charge distribution. In this distribution, we define charge density. First, we discuss linear charge density. It is represented by the symbol lambda. We consider a wire charge is distributed over this wire. The charge distribution may be uniform or non-uniform. We define linear charge density lambda as charge per unit length. Charge per unit length. We consider a small element. That element contains a large number of electronic charges. This is a finite length. Length of this element is delta L and it contains charge delta Q. So lambda is defined as delta Q by delta L, linear charge density. If the distribution of charge is non-uniform, then we take limiting case lambda, that is equal to limit delta L tends to 0, delta Q by delta L, or it can be written as dQ by dL. This is linear charge density. Its unit is coulomb per meter. Its dimension of charge is AT. A stands for ampere, T stands for time, and length L, a T L inverse. So this is the dimensional formula of linear charge density. Other density is surface charge density. Surface charge density, it is depicted by the symbol sigma. Charges are distributed over a surface. We take a sheet here. The charges are distributed over it. Now we divide into infinitesimal small elements. We choose a element here whose area is delta S and it contains charge delta Q. So surface charge density sigma is defined as charge per surface area. Charge of the element is delta Q and surface area of the element is delta S. In the limiting case, sigma can be written as limit delta S tends to 0, delta Q by delta S, that is equal to dQ by ds. Its SI unit is, that is coulomb per square meter. In symbol, coulomb per square meter. Its dimension is A T, dimension of area is L square, so A T L to the power minus 2. And third one is volume charge density. Volume charge density. Electric charges can be distributed over whole volume of the body. Its volume is supposed to be charge are distributed over it, and here we choose a very small element whose volume is delta V and it contains charge delta Q. Then volume charge density is defined as rho, charge for unit volume, delta Q by delta V. When volume of the element is very small, then we can write rho as limit delta V tends to 0, delta Q by delta V equal to dQ by dV. So rho equal to dQ by dV, it is taken when the charge is distributed non-uniformly. Its SI unit is coulomb per cubic meter, that is coulomb per cubic meter, and its dimension is AT L to the power minus 3. Examples on linear charge density. A charge of 2 into 10 to the minus 6 coulomb is distributed uniformly on a 5 meter long thin rod. What is the linear charge density? The charge is distributed uniformly. Then we can use lambda equal to Q by L. Q equal to 2 into 10 to the minus 6 coulomb and L is 5 meter. This is 5 meter. So that is equal to 4 into 10 to the minus 7 coulomb meter. Similarly, example 2. Here we have to find the surface charge density, that is sigma. Sigma equal to Q by S. Charge is 2.512 into 10 to the minus 5 coulomb, and surface area of the sphere is 4 pi r square. 4 pi, that is r square. R is given, R is 1 meter. S equal to 4 pi r square, surface area. So 1 meter square. So the value is 2 microcoulomb per square meter. Let us discuss force on Q0 due to continuous distribution of charge. We know that an extended charge body contains less or more electrons than the number of protons in it. Since the charge of an electron is very small quantity, we can consider the charge on the body as being continuously distributed over it. We can imagine that charge on a body is divided into very small charge elements. Here we choose a small element carrying charge dq. Each charge element can be considered as a point charge. So this dq is considered as a point charge, and let us find the force due to this charge element and another charge q0. Distance between dq and q0 is r. So here we use Coulomb's law. Force on q0 due to charge element dq is given by Coulomb's law. So here we write df equal to k q0 dq by r square into r cap. R cap is a unit vector along r. A unit vector along position vector r. Now this is the force due to this charge element. So for whole element, the net force on the charge q0 is given by F. The net force F on q0 due to the charge distribution. Charge distribution over the whole body is F equal to integral of df, that is equal to k is constant, integral of q0 dq by r square into r cap. So this is the formula for calculating the force on q0 due to continuous charge distribution. Thank you.